As the airline industry evolves, so too does the experience of flying, and how students will be packing their bags with a bit more caution from here on out. In San Jose, Mohammad Najimi, Update News. SJFD answered tens of thousands of medical calls last year, all for free, and they say that's unsustainable. Working families are worried that this will make it even harder to make ends meet. A struggle for those practicing Ramadan is a sacrifice and patience it takes. But if you find something to pass the time between sunrise and sunset, it'll quickly go by. In San Jose, Mohammad Najimi, Update News. SJFD answered tens of thousands of medical calls last year, all for free, and they say that's unsustainable. Working families are worried that this will make it even harder to make ends meet. Last year, San Jose firefighters responded to more than 68,000 calls for medical service. After years of footing the bill, the city will begin charging $427 to the patient's auto or health insurance company. If you don't have insurance, the bill goes to you. You can get the fee waived or reduced if you qualify under the Compassionate Billing Program. The city expects to collect at least $4 million a year. Neighbor Cynthia Montiel says it will likely add even more financial strain on needy families.
I'm thinking more for those that have those struggles, right, that currently don't work or, like I said, aren't covered by an insurance. So I think it's going to be a huge burden on just the low-income people.
San Jose is already one of the most expensive places to live in the country. For Fabiola Bataz, it's been especially hard with her 15-year-old son Alex, who has epilepsy. Last year, he had 4 seizures.
But we always need the 911 because they're the ones who tell us, okay, administrate it. You know, ambulance are about 2 minutes away. You know, they're reassuring that everything's going to be fine.
Latino Family Fund Board Secretary Veronica Guzman says the fees could put yet another financial burden on struggling families.
I understand that there needs to be a cost, but I wish it would have done more research about it and implement a different way.
As for Bataz, she'll be thinking twice before calling 911 and might just put Alex in the car and drive to the ER herself.
We have enough to get by, we have enough to survive, but honestly with the economy just going up, when it comes to the rents, the bills, now this going up too, it's going to be a hardship for some of us. I mean, for me it will be.
Currently, 23 other fire departments across California charge a first responder fee. The change is going to affect January 1st, 2026. In San Jose, Mohammad Najimi, Update News. The Franklin-McKinley School District is closing down McKinley Elementary, Ramblewood Elementary, and Los Arbolos Elementary, effective fall of 2025. This decision has left parents of children who attend these schools uncertain about the future of their child's education. Alma Palacios is a parent of a special needs child attending Los Arbolos, and she's worried about how the transfer will affect her child.
It's heartbreaking. I'm used to the community here. I'm used to the principal. I'm used to the teachers, the moms, just everything here. It makes me nervous. I want to cry right now.
Jennifer Smith, a student support specialist at Los Arbolos, works with special needs children and shares her thoughts on the closures.
Time and energy they put in to do the research to close the schools, I feel was too fast, very skewed. They had people on the committee that I feel like had their best interests.
McKinley students will transfer to Santee Elementary, Ramblewood students will transfer to G.W. Hellier Elementary, and Los Arbolos students will transfer to Lyrone College Preparatory Academy, according to Superintendent Juan Cruz.
We were going to look at different options. We weren't just going to close schools or not close schools and then just say, okay, we're going to be in a deficit. No, we're going to do something.
The district stated that although closing these 3 schools helps address their fiscal challenges, it won't provide enough savings for long-term sustainability, requiring further cuts. Update News will be sure to let you know of any updates in the future. In San Jose, Mohammad Najimi, Update News. Sticking to SJSU football, the Spartans will conduct their annual spring scrimmage on April 26th. Redshirt senior Walker Eget enters the 2025 season as the starting quarterback. His journey to QB1 wasn't just about football. It was about leadership, mindset, and growth. I spoke to Walker Eget earlier this week about his journey at SJSU. In college football, nothing is guaranteed, especially the quarterback job, a lesson that San Jose State's Walker Eget has learned over time.
The mental part of it is big. I think being able to turn the page is so important at not only this position, but in all of sports. When something that you don't like happens, it's just being able to turn the page and get to the next play.
Offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Craig Stutzman says Eget is ready for the spotlight.
I like where he's at. And I just think if we were to play tomorrow, I think you go out there and throw for over 300 yards and make great decisions.
Approaching the 2024 season, Egit was one of 2 quarterbacks competing for the starter role. He did not get his first start until SJSU's 7th regular season game. Once he was able to get on the field, he thrived, throwing for 2,504 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, and completing 57.3% of his passes, ending the season as a Spartan starter. This next clip shows the potential that Walker has as a Spartans quarterback. He snaps the ball, looks left as Matthew Coleman is on an out route, and throws a perfect pass that results in a touchdown. This fall, Walker Egit heads into camp as the Spartans' clear QB1, but he says the competition against Emmett Brown wasn't about rivalry, it was about respect.
As a team, not being able to pray on someone's downfall, but pray that, they do great and be successful, because he did so much for me, and I'm so grateful, and I just wanted to try to return the favor.
That team-first mentality helped Egit stay focused, even when the role wasn't certain. Now he's embracing a new mindset and a leadership role that's grown along with his confidence.
I think the biggest thing is just doing my job, trying to help the team win, and any sacrifice I give for them, I definitely would.
SJSU wide receiver Matthew Coleman saw his teammates' journey firsthand.
He got here a year before me, so I've been able to see him grow from the last offense to this offense, and his confidence is extremely high right now, so it's exciting to see.
As Egit steps into his final season, the mindset is clear: lead with confidence and win as a team. San Jose State kicks off his season on August 28th against Central Michigan at Steph Stadium. Let's attempt to score an ace as we serve it into the first sport, women's tennis. The Spartans' record stands at 6-1, with the only loss against Cal Poly back on February 16th. They won their last game on Saturday against CSU Northridge 4-2. The team heads into the next week with 3 games at Santa Clara University on Friday at 11, at home against Fullerton on Sunday at 11, and at home again against Boston College on Wednesday at 12. From a desk job to a doctor's office, one man's life flipped overnight. Find out how his passion helped him to find light in the darkness. To tackle a growing issue in San Jose, city council members have voted in favor of a new initiative to address abandoned shopping carts scattered around the city. What does this mean for the unhoused and the grocery stores? I went around San Jose to find out. College football season is approaching, and SJSU's football team have begun its off-season practices. Coach Ken Niumatalolo sat down with members of the media to speak about his mindset heading into the 2025 season.